This is a beautiful day, and I'm getting hungry about a minute because we always look forward to chatting with Monsignor Michael Billian. In fact, I always wonder, where am I going to, I want to go out to eat, so where do I want to go? And I believe Monsignor can help us with that. Good morning, Monsignor.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good.
Hello. Good.
Wonderful. Well, today I thought in our short time together, we'd take a short little trip, literally about 40 minutes from my rectory in Sylvania, Ohio, to Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Ooh.
In Ann Arbor, Michigan, there's wonderful places to eat in Ann Arbor, but I'd like to zero in on one of them because it's one that I often go to when I'm going through Ann Arbor. When I go to visit people, for instance, at the U of M hospital, I always manage to work the schedule so that on the way home, I can stop for a nice little lunch or go up there for dinner. It's a wonderful place. It's called Paesano. It's right on the main drag, Washtenaw Avenue. And Paesano means literally an Italian villager. So the name of the restaurant kind of connotes a bit of belonging to each other, a sense of community, of being in a friendly place where you know and enjoy one another. Not too unlike Jesus Christ when he sat down to a meal. In the New Testament, Jesus actually is recorded sitting down 10 times in the Gospels to have a meal. And most of those times, all of them, in fact, had a communal aspect to it. And so much so that even when the early church gathered for the Eucharist, they would call it the breaking of the bread. What you do with friends at a good meal is you break the bread. And it kind of fosters a whole sense of unity and really shared faith among the people sitting around the table. And so this kind of practice, I would say, is part of what underscores the Christian life and eventually leads us, of course, to the communal nature of the Eucharist. But for a villager, a member of a community, we can enjoy Paesano Restaurant. And it's a wonderful place.
Monsignor, I got to tell you, I'd never been there before, but I was just at that restaurant earlier this week.
Oh, it will not disappoint you. It has some wonderful features. First of all, it's open for a full menu at lunch and at dinner, so you can enjoy any time throughout the day if you happen to be going down Washtenaw Avenue in Ann Arbor. But it also offers always a special feature. They have seasonal entrees. So for each of the 4 seasons, a section of their menu changes. So you can go back again and be surprised with something new that you hadn't had before. And for lunch, you can even have a little bit of, and dinner too, small plates. If you don't want to eat a whole lot or you're going with a couple people, order a number of small plates and just enjoy it with each other, sharing bits and pieces, good pizza, lots of great classic Italian dishes. But at dinner, I have to say, when I've been there for dinner, I focus right in on the seasonal entrees because you never know how long they're going to be there and whether they'll be there the next time you get there. So, like for instance, right now on their menu, and Ron, you would know this because if you were just there, some beautiful Asiago encrusted whitefish, some beautiful crab cakes. Even their basic tenderloin has a wonderful balsamic glaze or flavor tasting to it, along with the white wine glaze that's on top of it. And, of course, they also have a good pollo, a good chicken for this season on their seasonal. But if those things don't grab your attention, good old classic Italian food is always there. And leave a little space when you're eating lunch or dinner there for some dolce, for some desserts. Because they have a couple, 2 things in particular that are absolutely wonderful there. They have their own signature tiramisu, which is a delightful Italian dessert treat. But they also, my favorite, a lemon ricotta cake, which is light, but with the good ricotta cheese in it, delicious. And, if you're a little nervous about eating Italian desserts, don't be nervous about trying their gelato. Their gelato is also very, very good there. And being, of course, a place where you share around the table, they have an absolutely phenomenal wine selection there. Even rated by a wine judges around the country. They've always been highly rated for their wine selections. You can always enjoy that to kind of help the lunch or dinner go down a little better. So, but make sure you try to go with somebody else, because at Paesano you should be part of the village, part of villagers, share community with each other. So eat a little bit, share community, strengthen your life, strengthen your faith, and maybe strengthen your palate a little bit with some new choices for yourself.
So, Monsignor, is it how's it set up inside? Like, is it a lot of big tables, small tables, booths? Because sometimes community feels they try to do more tables. What does it look like inside?
Well, inside is quite nice, actually. They have lots of beautiful settings. It's very large. It can seat a lot of people. I would say, 100 people, I think, in their restaurant is my guess.
Wow.
It's that kind of place that really shows up. They have different size tables. You get a nice little circular table, some lengthy rectangular tables. They put some tables together if it's bigger. Oh yeah, I think I'm looking at my notes. 160 people can fit in the restaurant.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's really good.
It's a good sized restaurant. Yep. Lots of room for lots of different size groups.
Okay. Do they have pistachio gelato is what I want to know.
Well, Pat, you know that's my absolute favorite gelato. And I will tell you that the last time I was there, they did not.
Oh, no.
Which was okay, because it forced me to get into something else. So, but I'm always into trying to expand my horizons.
You are. Yes.
And maybe they're hearing this and they'll be adding the pistachio back in.
That's
well,
right.
That would be nice. I mean, that would be nice.
So have you ever tried to make any of those Italian desserts that you mentioned? Like, do you make any of those?
I will tell you that I am not a great dessert maker.
Okay.
I generally don't make desserts, because desserts, you have to be very precise about recipes. Mm-hmm. And to make it be just the way it should be, you have to be precise and follow all the rules. And while I like following rules in my life, I do not like following rules in the kitchen. I always like to test a little bit here or there, a little bit more of this, a little bit less of this. Let's try what this will taste like. So desserts are not really good for me to try out. I'll stick with the main courses.
See, that's my motto. I'll eat them, but I won't make them.
That's a great rule. You just have to find a good friend that'll make them for you.